Hey world! You guys are totally nuts, do you know that? Since posting my video about 2012 not being the end of the world, I've seriously gotten hundreds of emails about the end of the world being tomorrow! For those of you that don't know what's up, let me explain. Tomorrow, the Swedish Large Hadron Collider will be turned on. It's the biggest particle accelerator ever built. I think its circumference is like 17 miles around or something. I mean, I don't know, it's freaking huge. Basically what it does is it takes two beams of particles and using magnets swings them around this huge circle and then slams them together at almost the speed of light. Now, I'm no expert here, but basically the idea behind this is to get these tiny particles to explode into tiny bits and then to look at those even tinier little bits and try to figure out what exactly they are. That's a major generalization, by the way. If you want more details, I would suggest that you Google it. So anyway, what's all the freak out about? Well, some people are speculating that this thing could create a black hole and eat the Earth. Ow. While granted, that would totally suck, and no pun intended, I just realized that, wow. While it would totally suck, let me just say that it's not gonna happen. The people who think that it's going to create a giant black hole that eats the Earth, frankly, just aren't looking at the facts. Black holes are created when stars die, when stars collapse in on themselves. Stars are generally billions of miles around. The particles that are to be crashed into each other in the Large Hadron Collider are tiny. They are beyond microscopic. They are atomic. They are literally almost nothing. Now, I will concede that we don't know what's going to happen when we slam these particles into each other at the speed of light, but even if it does create a black hole, the black hole will be tiny. It will be just as small as the particles. Now, here's an interesting tidbit that I bet you didn't know about black holes. According to Stephen Hawking, one of the most brilliant minds ever, black holes evaporate over time. That means that even if this particle accelerator somehow manages to create a tiny black hole, it'll disappear. I mean, nothing bad's gonna happen. That is, of course, assuming that I understood everything I read correctly. So yeah, stop freaking out. Tomorrow's great experiment will not be the end of the world, and in fact, what we learn from it will probably wind up being very, very good for the world. And besides, even if that is how the Earth ended, wouldn't that be kind of lame? I mean, we wouldn't even have a chance to enjoy our own apocalypse. It would just be like, black hole eats Earth, blah, that's boring. So my question for you is, if you were in charge of making sure that the end of the world, that the apocalypse was totally badass, what would you do? Post a comment or a video response and let the world know. Oh, and if you do think that tomorrow's the end of the world, despite all the evidence to the contrary, go ahead and post your last words or something. I am Dan Brown, and while I'm out for today, assuming that the world doesn't come to an end in the meantime, I'll be back again soon. See you later, everybody.
If you like what you just saw, if Dan put you in a state of awe, subscribe to him and click the orange button. It really means something. If you do that, that'd be really cool.